Hello, hello. It's about time. It is just about time. So, as Modern continues evolving, this card just proves to be completely busted. Oh, actually, I'm a little bit off center. There we go. This card just continues proving to be absolutely busted. A bunch of people were already playing this in Amulet. I mean, they're basically playing this in literally every deck in Modern that they can jam it in. So it was about time that Amulet was going to catch up, and people have been asking about it for a minute. So I finally decided to shoot the bat signal and try to get my hands on a couple of copies of Oko. So thank you very much to White Faces and the one and only Squatchief for lending me these two bad boys that we see here. Because the card is like 70 tickets right now, which is just insane. So yeah, I really hope that the card is not good, so I don't need to actually buy it. Like I really hope that it's just terrible. But anyway, for those of you that are unaware of what Oko does, basically it's a planeswalker for 3. It starts with 4 loyalty, which in and of itself it's pretty good already. And then it has a +2 that creates a food token, so it immediately goes up to 6, which is an insane amount of loyalty. It's 1 less mana than Karn, but the difference is that it just has the same loyalty that Karn has, which is just absurd. Like trying to kill Oko in combat is pretty much a game losing proposition because it's very likely not gonna happen. So it creates a food token, which is an artifact that you can tap 2 and sacrifice it to gain life. But the really busted thing about this card is that it doesn't only have this +2, it also has a +1, which turns an artifact creature into a 3/3 elk. This is absurdly powerful. This is way more powerful than I initially thought it was going to be. And the second thing is like it pluses to get this effect, which is just stupid. Like I have no idea what R&D was thinking when they made this card. If this had been a minus, things would be much easier, right? But like the fact that this pluses and it goes up to 5 loyalty in order to turn your opponent's like Death Shadow into just a 3/3, or your opponent's Sarmogoyf into a 3/3, or your opponent's Primeval Titan into a 3/3, it's just insane. I really have no idea what R&D is doing. Like, how did they think this was fine? And it doesn't even stop there. It has a -5 where you can exchange control of target artifact or creature that you control until a creature an opponent controls with power 3 or less. So you can steal your opponent's like Electromancer. You can steal your opponent's what can I think of really quickly? Opponent's Azusa in the mirror match. I guess Eidolon wouldn't really work. Anyway, I mean you can steal your opponent's dudes. I guess that we're gonna find out as we play the card. You can give them, I don't know, like a scout and then get something else. But the first 2 abilities are the ones that are going to be the most important. The food token is going to be very important in helping us stay alive against things like burn and stuff. And the +1, I was going to say minus, but no, it's a +1. So that's gonna be the most powerful ability of them all, because like the fact that you turn your opponent's creature into a 3/3 and it still doesn't answer the Oko, it's kind of busted. But anyway, so we're playing 2 Okos in the sideboard. The cards from my previous list, the cards that I cut have been 1 Tireless Tracker, which I'm not gonna see here, and the 3rd Dismember, because Oko acts kind of like as a pseudo removal spell. And it is kind of a card advantage engine in terms that it's really hard for your opponents to answer. And it starts accruing value slowly but surely over the periods. I mean, just like most planeswalkers do, right? Got my Yagos at $30 last week and pulled 3, but sold 1 for 25 ticks like 3 weeks. Oh yeah, now that was definitely a terrible move. Opening the Yoko was a good move, and then selling it for 25 tickets was a bad move. So those are the changes to the sideboard. The main deck is the same main deck that I was working on, that I've been working on lately. And the only change that I made is I took out the 3rd Snow-Covered Forest, and instead of the 3rd Basic Forest, I added a Breeding Pool in order to, at least have 12 blue sources, so we can Oh yeah, Snipehawk. Thank you so much for the tier 1 sub. Welcome back to the Primetime Stronghold. Really appreciate it. We are thinking a split between Naturalize and Dismember. Why would you want Naturalize? I feel like Force of Vigor is just much better. -1 gemstone for second breeding pool for testing, please. I don't think so. I mean, why, Pedro? I really dislike the breeding pool. Like, I'm not happy about cutting a forest for this breeding pool. It's just I'm doing it because I really want to play Oko on turns 3 or 2 thanks to the Grazer. But like that's the only reason why I'm playing breeding pool. Like I don't like breeding pool better than gemstone mine. If I could play 5 gemstone mines, I would play 5 gemstone mines. You can create a token and turn it into a 3/3 key opponent. Yeah, you can also turn your scouts in the mid to late game into 3/3s, which are of course way more sizable threats. Same with Azusa. However, like the legendary subtype is not gonna go away, I don't think. So yeah, yeah, it doesn't work. So you still wouldn't be able to have 2 Asusas in play, like they would kill each other. But you can turn once into a 3/3, which swing significantly harder. They hit significantly harder. But yeah, no. If I could play 5 gemstone mines over this burning pool, I would. So I'm like not excited about playing this card. Yeah, it removes all type, but it's a super type. Like legendary is a super type, so it doesn't get removed. Anyway, so that's that. I've been over the list several times, so I don't think I need to go over the list anymore. So we will just jump into a league and see what happens. But of course, if anybody has any questions, feel free to ask them in chat. All right. This is the list we're working with today. Put one in the main deck for test. Oh, you mean like one Oko? Well, too late now, but yeah, maybe that would have been defensible. Well, we're starting against the end boss. So let's assume that my opponent is not gonna be playing any discard spell decks. If I draw a Titan, this is a turn 4 Titan with an amulet. Turn 1, turn 2, turn 3. Yeah, this is a turn 4 Titan on the draw. Yeah, so I guess we're gonna mulligan. I guess this is better. Not by much, but it's keepable at least. We have ways to kind of hope to stay alive. Oko has already spiked aggressively. Playing against Wraithor Verge Thickets. Okay. So the best thing that we can draw here is probably a bounce land. So now I can Azusa on 2, and if I draw a bounce land, then we are going to be able to play Titan on 3, which should be great. Bounce land. Sick! Play Azusa. Play this, and play bounce land. Well, that was awesome. Please don't Magus me. Please don't have a Magus of the Moon. So that would make me very sad. It's at 65 on TCG Player. Yep. It's stupidly expensive right now. I am very surprised by the hand that Budakov kept here. What he has going on doesn't strike me as a keepable hand. So I think we just get double bounce land here. Continue hitting our land drops. And this allows me to... I can't transmute this turn, but I have a lot of mana, and we can transmute for a Pact of Negation next turn, or Explosives probably. We're very likely going to be transmuting for Explosives, I think. Company. Oh, Finale. Okay. Yep, Explosives on 2 should seal this game up. Having seen the Stomping Ground is kind of a big deal because I know that I will be playing around Magus. Engineered explosives. Green and white. Explosives on 2. Blow him up. Swing for 6. I guess I made a mistake. I could have also packed it for blue backed here. It's fine. So we're gonna do Bojuki Ball because I don't want to get comboed out with the other card. And another Tularia West. By post-mortem lunge. I don't want to get got by it. This should be game. Stream Decker is updated, Cardboard Live is not. Okay. So let's sideboard very quickly, and then I'll check on that. We can take out the cavern. We can probably take out the field as well. Probably. Yeah, actually, the field seems not great. Shape one of these. Maybe I want Rex Sage. My opponent might be playing Stoneforge. They didn't show it to me, so I'm not sure about that. Actually, I'd like to keep steerings and cut down on Once Upon a Time because of explosives. Like the fact that steerings find me a removal spell, it's kind of great. And a Gracer. Alright, let's go with this. The other land that I would consider cutting would be the Ghost Quarter, but I'm actually valuing quite highly the Untapped Source over the late game engine that Field of the Dead is. So okay, so classic. I mean, I'm gonna keep this hand anyway, but you see. And this is after I cut a basic forest to add more blue sources, but whoa, no lands? Whoa, that's greedy. Wow. Alright, I definitely feel like we got away with murder there. I'll take it though. Oh yeah, Cardboard Life. Let's figure that out. How do I update Cardboard Life? James had sent me. Yeah, I'm new to the whole Cardboard Life thing, so I still am not. I've been using Stream Decker for a while, but wow, we're playing against all the end bosses today. We're gonna keep this. Playing against all the end bosses today. That's funny. Here we go. So what I want to do. Oh, Yamamoto to 5, by the way. Playing Tron? That's gross, Yama. So we're going to be able to play Titan on... Are we going to be able to play Titan on 3? 1, 2, 3... Yeah, we are. Thanks to the Ghost Quarter. But we're not going to be able to stop them from having Tron. So we're going to have to choose here. Do we stop them from Troning us on 3? or do we Titan on 3? So we can wait until we see our draw step first, because maybe it's an amulet and that would make things easier. It's a scout. It's a scout. So we know that Yama has Tron. So it's a matter of what is the worst thing that can happen. The worst thing that can happen is probably Karn. That's gonna be 4 mana, 4 different lands. The good thing about playing Titan now, however, is that we are going to. Actually, okay, so I actually like this better. So we're gonna actually take it 1 turn off, because I'm gonna play Scout. And I'm going to Ghost Water Yama, and I'm going to use this turn to transmute for Pact of Negation. Now, next turn, we're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we're going to be able to cast Titan while also at the same time hold up Pact of Negation. So this is for the power plant and the tower. We probably ditch the tower, right? You can haste if I... No, I can't. Unless I top deck an amulet, but next turn I'm gonna be able to... Like, I would need to use 2 of these scout activations in order to do my thing, in order to cast the Titan. So... I appreciate Yama going for the... Yeah, I have it. Don't worry about it. It's like, yep, you destroyed the wrong one. You destroyed the wrong one. God damn it, stupid Tron. So I definitely want to find more blue sources. And I'm not going to be able to stop them from having Tron any longer, so... I think I want Garrison as well. So we can do Garrison plus Field, I guess? Plus Sunhome? How does next turn look like? I'm probably going to... I can't Once Upon, because I'm 1 mana short. So... We haven't cast Oko yet, Venslov. We had it in hand, and then we didn't have blue mana. That's the only thing we've been able to do. It's actually not an easy one. Yama was saying, "Don't pick the wrong one. I'm sorry, you picked the wrong one." And then show me the Ulcer Tower. That's hilarious. So I'm gonna use 5 mana to Pact. So I'm only gonna be able to use Stronghold, I guess. But I don't want to expose it. So I think I'm gonna go with Field this turn. And just reset the Gemstone Mine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So Field is gonna get active next turn. Yeah, we cited in last game against Budikov. And Budikov kept an Olander and then didn't find a land in the top 12 cards of their deck and lost. I assume that they kept like a very good 1 lander, because 0 lander, because they kept 7. Yeah, we're gonna have to pack this one. Two. Let's see if we find an amulet. We do. Sweet. That makes things a little bit easier. So now we're gonna get Sun Home plus a bounce. Start getting some Sumbos. So before we do anything, we can once upon here, get more options. We have another prime time. That's actually pretty good. We'll do this. Bounce here. Double strike there. And this one should be in the books. I guess that Yama. I guess one free zombie. One free zombie doesn't hurt, does it? We can't Titan this turn. We could have Titan if we wanted to, but I'd rather play around those stone. I know even if Yama plays Ulamog, it just doesn't matter. So we should be good. But yeah, we're presenting lethal already, so no reason for us to expose the second amulet, the second Titan. I don't think the Yama can get out of this one. There's the O-Stone. There is the O-Stone. All right. It's still correct to get a zombie and step here. It's gonna be irrelevant, but it's the correct thing to do, I guess. We're looking good here, though. No, you're not a fan of 2 pools to mine, but one Misty Rainforest yesterday with Old Faithful Amulet with that split. Would you recommend a Misty over a Breeding Pool? No, like if you are playing something like that, you're better off playing Misty. Okay, so we can basically use Azusa to insta recover on our entire battlefield, so that's cool. And I'm doing this main phase because we basically are gonna get to untap our land here. So we play this, and it was effectively like the way to play the Once Upon for free. So now everything's gonna get blown up. Gonna bounce here. That resolves. Second main, we're gonna play Titan again. Once upon a time. Okay. So I'm gonna cast Titan first. Leaving a green floating, obviously, so I can also cast the Azusa. Look at Castle, fixing my mana. And we're simply gonna do Vesuva on field plus Tularia West, I guess? I guess we can do Stronghold. Yeah. Now we Azusa. Wamily, thank you for that tier 1 sub. Welcome back to the Primetime Stronghold. Thank you so much for the support, my friend. Insta battlefield. Sounds good. They have another O stone. Karn the Great Creator. Snare Bridge. Can they empty their hand? Because I guess that wins. Huh, I guess that's a way that they can get around this. I guess they would need to like empty their hands entirely. Because I can clear the Karn at least. Oh yeah, Andy. I basically made this a very quick switch of one basic forest for one breeding pool. That's kind of all that I did. I would not be surprised if Yama just fails to find here. Yep, they failed to find. Smart. Yep. Without Rex Sage in the main deck, we actually don't have any outs to. I guess we do have outs because I can clear the Karn here. Okay, and now I can actually draw explosives. I guess explosives or Tolaria would do it. More zombies for value. Have you ever come to Brazil? No, I have not. Brazil is basically my favorite place in the world that I've never been to, which is kind of hilarious. Please don't find another card. God damn it. Wow. Alright, we're gonna lose this one. That's crazy. That is crazy, because Lattice actually locks me out here. Was there anything I could have done? Was there anything I could have done? Maybe instead of getting the second field, I could have gotten it to Laria West. I honestly was not playing around Karn the Great Creator. This Tron list have not played Karn Great Creator in a while, so I wasn't playing around Great Creator. Alright, so Sage, Force. To drop with a Twitch Prime sub, thank you so much. Welcome to the Primetime Stronghold one more time. Was one way didn't you set up to learn instead of second field? Yeah, because I wasn't playing around around that card. Otherwise, obviously, I would have played around Great Creator, but like the just Tron lists have not been playing Great Creator in a while now, so I didn't think it was relevant to play around Great Creator, and of course I was grossly punished by my play. Would I rather draw Once Upon a Time, or would I rather draw Steerings in this matchup, actually? Interesting. Even with Karn, and now I'm even less excited about having explosives. Gracer can come out. Yes, I cut a Snow Forest. I think I'm gonna be cutting the Once Upon a Time because it's very important for me to have Amulet in this matchup. I probably cut a cavern? No, I think I do like cavern. Maybe I just have one field. No, I kind of do want the second field, though. We can maybe shave a pact. I'm only playing Force because my opponent showed me Karn Great Creator, right? Otherwise, I wouldn't be playing it. I don't think it's particularly great against Tron. I'm gonna keep this, yeah. But because my opponent showed me Great Creator, of course, they are gonna have like more artifacts that I want to destroy. Arboreal Gracer, it's not great. Like, I'd much rather have Scout than Gracer in this matchup. This is a fine hand, though. I like this. We're basically only missing a bounce land, and we're off to the races. Unfortunately, in this game called Magic the Gathering, you get to draw one card every turn. How exciting is that? It's playing Conquer all day, all night since the ban. And I don't think it's that clear cut. Like, the lists that have been doing well have not really been playing Great Creator. I still thought that all my plays were fine, except for the fact that I didn't play around Great Creator. Like, it was very easy for me to play around Great Creator. I just wasn't really considering it. Again, because of what I just said, it's because of the fact that I didn't think that lists had been playing a Karn Great Creator lately, so that's why I didn't play around it. So we're gonna play T West and step. I guess I actually made a mistake there. Yeah, I actually made a mistake. I should have spent my turn transmuting, and then on the following turn, I could have cast a Titan. Yeah, I actually yeah, I sequenced this game really poorly. Yikes. Yeah, I actually mis-sequenced this game pretty grossly. I should have done things the other way around. I should have spent this turn to should have spent the second turn to transmute for a bounce land, and then the following turn to play Amulet and cast a Titan. Yeah, I punted really hard. Ugh, that hurts. Since the Unbannable list is playing it. I mean, maybe I'm just not keeping up with how Tron meta is moving. Wow. The Whiffsky. Karn Great Creator. I mean, we can beat this one. We can very easily beat this one, actually, depending. Yeah, Snare Bridge. Yeah, we can beat this one very easily. All right, so we should be good here. So I could play all my lands. I think I'm gonna do that. So I'm gonna use 6 mana. No, it's better for me to break up Tron, actually. So we're gonna do that instead. So this is gonna be like so, and we're gonna do this. But I'm very interested in destroying the bridge right now because I don't want my opponent to be able to lock me out next turn. So we're gonna get a bounce land here. Let's do Gruul Turf plus Ghost Quarter. We're gonna play Sage. I'm gonna blow up the bridge. And I'm gonna draw step, destroy the Ursus Mine. I'm gonna go with Pisoli's philosophy. Always destroy the one that's in the middle. What do you think about Beast Within the Cyber? I have played Beast Within in the past. It's not incredible. It's just okay. Like 3 mana is a lot of mana for a removal spell. Like the difference between 3 and 2 mana is actually pretty huge. The 3/3 is mostly irrelevant under most circumstances, but every so often you might get a situation where it's actually like it hurts you. but it's not really that common, honestly. We'll think about in new format, it's gonna kill modern. I mean, it's different. Whether it kills modern or not, it's entirely up to wizards. I think in terms of popularity, modern will continue being what it is because it's the same thing as it always been, right? Like it's the fact that you get to play with cards. Like I cannot play Primeval Titan in this new format, so I'm not particularly interested in it because basically all I care about doing in Magic is casting Primeval Titan. So if a format where I cannot cast Prime Time, it's not particularly exciting for me. Yeah, Christian, that's what I'm setting up. I didn't see your comment before. Sorry. So yeah, next turn I should be able to swing in with both Titans, which should be lethal, unless my opponent stops me somehow. They could have like Tron again, or like minus for O Stone or something. But yeah, I mean, the same way that I am, a lot of people are gonna be like that, right? Like Caleb Scherer, for example. All right, Jarsec with that Twitch Prime sub. Welcome to the Primetime Stronghold. Signed league with 75 card amulet without sideburn and went 4-1 anyways. 80% is a real thing. That's hilarious. But yeah, as I was saying, like Caleb Scherer is not gonna be able to play Storm. Like the people that just really love certain type of decks or something are not gonna get to play those decks, so they're probably gonna be less excited about this new format. Nature's Claim My Titan? That's cute. I guess this time we did destroy the right one. Alright, P-Sully's theory works. Poggers. Since I can only haste one Titan, I think I'm more interested in... So this is Titan mana. I can transmute, but I would be 1 mana short of... Okay, so we're attacking. Sage is killing the Great Creator, and then... Yeah, okay, so... Gonna bounce this. We can't go Squatter anymore, but we can transmute for... We can transmute for Pact of Negation. So let's do that. So this is gonna kill Karn Great Creator. This is gonna attack Yama. Yeah, so we're good. We're gonna do T-West Simic. And then we're gonna transmute for Pact of Negation. Even if they have the Mog, we can counter it, and then we can kill them anyway. So should be fine. We're still playing 8 bounce, so we have 4 steerings for one opponent time to find them. No, the Grimtone asks something. Okay, ever since switching to Castle Build, I have noticed a considerable amount of games that I don't have access to a bounce land. I can't tell if it's just a run of bad luck with a small sample size or anyone else has shared my experience. Anyone chat friend? I have not really. I've been okay with the amount of ones. Huh. So they're tapping out for this? Okay, how do I get punished? How do I get punished by countering this Oblivion Stone? They play their land, because they play the mine. So they only have access to 5 mana tops. With 5 mana, yeah, I think I pack this. Yama went to refill his water, saying we're gonna get punked by this man anyways. Yeah, still pay for reckoning if they can't LDS. Well, but they only have 4 mana, right? They could, like, the worst case scenario is they plus on my land and coding it or whatever. So it's not great. Yama's line was pretty cute though. Alright. It's an interesting play, for certain. Okay, yes. Force of Vigor. That's lethal, right? I don't think that Yama can have Force in their hand, so in their deck, period, actually. So I think that we should be fine. So there's no way that they can gain priority before I Sun Home, Bounce Land. Yeah, we're gonna get Sun Home and Bounce Land. Now Yama's gonna gain priority. I'm gonna be able to double strike the Titan before they get to do anything. Yeah, so they're gonna do this, but then what we can do is we just bounce the Sun Home and we replay it with Scout. That will strike you. So yeah, we basically had everything covered. So there wasn't really anything that Yama could do there. Game 3. I think we keep it as is. Do. Certainly having cut 1 gems on Forbidden Pool, not just for Castle, but also because I've had a lot of games where I couldn't reset a gemstone in the game that ran long, so I wanted to hedge a bit more in that direction. I mean, just gemstone is so good though, right? You're just able to activate your land so much more reliably thanks to gemstone. It makes dismember less painful. Like, literally, I lost 2 matches in a row against Burn, and in both matches I lost 1 game because I had breeding pool instead of a gemstone mine, and that was basically like the that was the thing that made me think, yeah, this is just not worth it. Do we keep this? I think it's a little bit greedy, but this hand is pretty excellent, honestly. If we find any ramp spell with this Once Upon a Time, we're gonna be in a great spot. And we also have access to steerings. Okay, I'm gonna be greedy and I'm gonna keep this hand. I wasn't happy about it. I also feel the same way you do about Gemstone. Yeah, it's so good. Gemstone is so absurdly good for us. It's a Scout Arena. Never didn't have it, etc., etc. Wow, Spice! I hadn't seen the Promised Land in a while. It's pretty sexy one. All right, Steerings into an Amulet. Great. Actually, is it better to Amulet or is it better to Titan here? So we have the castle. So I end step. I play the Gruul Turf here. I play Gruul Turf. I bounce Gemstone. I play Castle. So I can play around removal on my Amulet if I want to. And then next turn I can still go squatter my opponent. Actually, awkwardly enough, that sounds better, right? So I play the Forest. At end of turn, I flash in Gruul Turf, reset Gemstone Mine. That's gonna be 3, 4, 5, 6. No, I can't. I can't go squatter them if I do this, though. Yeah, I think I kind of have to go for Amulet, but I can't cast it this turn unless I do play the Gruul Turf, which I'm not excited about. And then if I do that, then I cannot. Wow, this is actually super hard. Because I really want to make my land drops because of this Pact of Negation. Like, one of the ways that I get grossly punished is I take a turn off in order to hold the Gruul Turf in my hand. And then I get grossly punished by that. Yeah, I think I have to Amulet here. Now, the question is, do I play it this turn? I think I do. Yeah, I think I do. Because I need to develop my mana. Like, I don't think I can afford to not play anything. And if I'm doing that, at that point, I might as well play out the Amulet this turn. Amulet does need a land, but I have it once upon a time. Oh, they just had the natural Tron? Brutal. Right on time. I'm leveling Yama right now. They don't know that the correct play would be 2- on the Gruul Turf. We're gonna see what they do. Because like I clearly did not attack, so to force the plus there, right? So I'm clearly up to something. So well, let's see what they do. If they plus, we're actually probably in a solid spot, and a reasonable spot. It's still not great, but we can win from here. It is really risky, and they have no way of knowing whether that is proper. Okay, so they plus. That's good. That's good. We ditch the Summoner's Pact. The natural Tron is returns Recarn. We're 1-1, Warm Bones. We're 1-1. This is game 3. And a very interesting game 3 indeed. Thanks to the castle, we do have Titan mana. Oddly enough, I think I need to counter this, which is really awkward. Brutal. So I'm basically forced to GQ here, but if I GQ, I can't attack, like Karn minuses on prime time, and I'm like super dead. But I don't think there's any way around that, right? I just need to get lucky and draw another Titan. So we're gonna attack here, Karn goes down to 6. Then they're gonna minus on the Titan. And then I can attack the Scout again in order to bring it down to 2. So I basically have to top deck a Titan basically here. That's my out, I guess. Brutal. Again, we can't afford to back to anything here. God damn it. You were so close. Attack here. Yeah, I can't pact for anything. So I need to attack Great Liberated. Yeah, this is not looking good. Not looking good. Actually, maybe I should have even played the Scout there. Yeah, that's insane. Yeah, Yama's hand was just a little bit too much for me. I don't think there was anything that I could have done, really. I don't think there was anything I could have done. Where did I get that Oko? I borrowed them. I borrowed both Okos. I don't think we can win anymore, honestly. Even an amulet here off the top doesn't do it. I'm making minus for Lattice. I can't beat Lattice because I can't pay for both pacts. And then the Karn is gonna minus on me. Yeah, so this is GG's. Yeah, if I had known that my opponent was playing Great Creator, and I would have probably played around it, and it would have made things. We could have easily won game 1. I mean, not easily. We still would have needed to find the lines and stuff, but we could have been able to win game 1. And that's one of the main things that Will told me about running Rex Sage in the main deck. Is like it's an answer to a current Great Creator that fetches an Ensnare Bridge, which we otherwise don't really have until we actually answer the Karn itself because of the explosives. No, that wasn't a hasty Titan because I don't have red and white mana. There was no amulet in play. It always feels bad to lose against Tron, but it does feel great when you beat Tron. So bounce it, then replay it off the Scout, and then it's tapped. I don't get it. Oof. The grid keep? No, this is an insta mulligan. Wow. 29 land deck, 2 no landers in a row. This must be. I wonder how often this can actually happen. Like, what is the likelihood of my 29 land deck not finding a single land in 2 7s? What matchup do you want, Oko? I don't know, Ras. We are testing it. I'm still not sure whether it's good or not. I've heard people saying it's pretty good, but I have not tested myself, so that's what we're doing today. Someone I per Geo this. Yeah, the classic no lander twice in a row. I feel like giving away the pact negation to the card was the right play rather than giving the summoners. Yes, T-Leaf, except that like I am playing on very thin margins, right? Like I'm trying to play for the best case scenario. I know my opponent has an Emrakul in play. I guess pack doesn't stop Emrakul, but like a bunch of cards that my opponent could have, I need to try to keep there basically. The pact isn't really doing anything because I can't really safely go for Raminap, right? I'm only playing one land a turn, and I'm dying to their board. Like I'm not dying to their hand, right? Like I'm just dying to the Karn, great to the Karn liberated. So pacting for Raminap doesn't really do it. However, we would have had a Titan on that one turn. I don't think that having a Titan one turn earlier would have really helped my chances anyway. Like if I hadn't had to transmit for the pact and I just had it in hand, I still think it wouldn't work. Shodna, thank you for being here. It's been a while since you've been here. How you doing? It's about 0.01%. Well, we hit the 0.01% tur, I guess. Yeah, glad to see you here. OP? There we go. We're gonna move to 5 here. We can try to keep this bottom a Titan and hope that the first Once Upon a Time, because we're on the play too, so we need to hope that Once Upon a Time hits a castle or a gemstone or one of the forests, and that's just not likely. So we're just, wow, look at this. Look at this beaut of a hand. We're going to keep this, and I'm going to bottom this Stolari West, and I think I'm going to bottom the steerings here. And this is why you mulligan to 5 with Amulet, and it's fine. First match was against Naya, I guess. Naya, Devoted Druid. We beat Naya, Devoted Druid, and then we lost to Tron. Been playing Death Shadow and Fairies, so didn't need inspiration. But now I'm back on the Titan train and got a distinguishing. Oh, thank you very much, Shauna. Thanks for being here, and glad that you're back on the Titan train. Now it's certainly the time to be on the Titan train, by the way. Okay, so what do we do here? I'm kind of excited to play this stupid guy just as a 0-3 blocker. Basically just as a brick wall. I think I can wait one more turn. I think I can take one more hit of this Swift Spear and gather a little bit more info before I make such a greedy play. So I'm leaving myself the out to draw Breeding Pool, 4 Gemstone Mines, and 4 Semi-Growth Chamber. So those are my outs right now. I guess Tolari West is potentially also an out, but by holding the Grazer in hand and not playing the Celestial Sanctuary, I'm leaving myself... There's more potential top decks that put me in a good spot. Why steerings? What do you mean, Christian? See that we live long enough to see ourselves become the villain. You mean because of Oko? Nah, okay, it's fine. I'm just trying to see what's up. Like, there's a bunch of hype about the card, around the card, I guess, and I kind of want to see what all the hype is about. Thank you for the sub, Shanna. play well, get rewarded. The cousin, thank you so much for the tier 1 sub. Welcome back to the Primetime Stronghold, and thank you. Glad that you're enjoying the content. You see, so basically, you play well, and you mull to 5, and it's just fine. And your opponent somehow has the chance to kill. I guess they didn't have the chance to kill my Scout Arena. But now I get the chance to kill them. Boop. Garrison. Stronghold. Haste this guy. This guy. He's hasty and angry. 8, yeah. And I think... What do we do here? I think I'm gonna go Simic. Yeah, I'm gonna go Simic Fountain. So next turn, I'm gonna bounce a Fountain here, and we're gonna replay it thanks to the Sloth. And we're gonna be at 18. We have 2 blockers, and next turn, even if my opponent answers my Titan somehow, which also seems unlikely, they're gonna need to be spending a ton of resources in order to do that, and we can transmit for another Titan anyway, so we don't really care that much. So we have, as they say, turned the corner. I like this list, but I can't play with that Ballista, so I play it and move out the Arboreal Grazer. I mean, they do different things, so like comparing one card to the other one doesn't make much sense. You need to know that if you're playing Ballista, you're making some matchups better, like the blue-white matchup and stuff, and at the same time, you're making a bunch of some other matchups actually much worse. Okay, so they're using like 2 lightning bolts in order to answer my Titan, which is fine because I have another Titan still, so it's okay. Have you boarded Noko yet? How was it? I boarded it one time, and it was like I didn't get to play it because my opponent just conceded because they kept a no-lander with Once Upon a Time. Yeah, sure, I'll gain 3. Transmute for Summon Respect. Summon Respect. For Primeval Titan. Cast Primeval Titan. And here we're gonna do Vesuva and another Teleria, I guess. Yeah, sure. Oh, I actually made a mistake here. I think I just missed lethal. It's probably not gonna matter. Like, I'm sitting at 18 with a bunch of, but I could have actually presented lethal here. So certainly does kind of count like a punt. Let's make some sumbos. Yeah, I don't think I'm really interested in like transmitting for Pact of Negation or anything like that, so we're fine. Now we have blockers, so this guy doesn't do anything. We are fine. Could have swung for lethal, didn't matter. So the way to swing for lethal would have been for me to find the Vesuva and the Sunhome of the Titan trigger, and then to find a Gruul. I guess the Sanctuary is in place, so I couldn't have. So never mind, we're good. We're good, don't worry about it. How different is playing Amulet on MTG versus Paper? Thinking about mana traders. Yeah, I mean it's great. I mean there's not much around it. Just like playing being able to play in Magic Online means that you basically get to play whatever you want. It doesn't matter what you do. Like a big reason why I am playing in Moto, it's because I you work mostly during the weekends, so I don't get to really play that much Magic. So because of that, I guess that with the Aqua, I don't really want another explosives. I think just like the one is fine. So that is like the biggest upside in my case. Another insane upside that Moto has is the fact that you get to play against some of the best in the world. Like we literally played against the double MTGO champion Dmitry Budakov in game one in the first match. Then we played against Yama, who's also a beast. Like the level in Magic Online is significantly better than anywhere that you can play like FNM and stuff. So you get to play against the best competition basically. Um, so there's that too, and there's also the fact that it's really easy to get used to like visualizing like triggers and stuff like that. So yeah, you also it's much quicker to play in Moto, right? Because like I've been streaming for 1 hour, and we this is the third match that I'm playing. If I had been playing in FNM, I would have played one round. Um, yeah, I think I'm gonna mulligan. If I had a Radiant Fountain or something, I would probably keep. But as is, I think I'm mulligan. This is better. I like this. I'm gonna keep this, and we're gonna bottom the Stronghold. And I think we're gonna go with turn one Scout. Playing Amulet on paper, you gotta remember your pacts. You do not see your lands in a row while searching with Titan. Yeah, it definitely helps when you are getting started, so you can get familiar with like the patterns. You can see all your options. I think it's very useful when you're just starting, that whenever you have a Titan trigger, it puts all the lands like one next to each other in a row, so you can very easily see what your options are. And when you're not very well versed with the deck yet, that helps a lot. That helps a lot because it's way easier to see like lines and stuff. So that's a big upside if you are just starting. If you're a little bit more proficient, that doesn't really count as much. Uh, but it's still nice. Okay, that is low key a great draw because it gives me more options for next turn. So I get to protect my amulet, so my opponent doesn't know about it. I get to protect my amulet, and I get to have extra mana next turn, while also allows me to steerings here. Alternatively, I could play my castle and play amulet and scout. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do that actually. Okay. If they have smash the smithereens, this is worse. But if they don't, even if they kill my scout, which is the easiest thing for them to kill, I still get to Titan next turn thanks to the Asusa and the castle, right? Because I play turf, I play Asusa, and I play turf twice, and then I activate castle. So yes, and first at some of the LGS I go, oh nice, that's cool, but let's fly. That's awesome. So with this build, what are the usual cuts for sideboarding? I can identify what to bring in, but having a hard time bringing stuff out. Also, tried Escape to the Wilds, and it didn't work at all. I have no idea what Escape to the Wilds is, so let's check that out. Escape to the Wilds. Oh, this card. Yeah, no, this doesn't work. We just have way too much air. It's the same reason why Golos's second ability is basically flavor text. It's the same reason. We like our deck just naturally has too much air. So if I take this, if I don't block, that means one extra land drop, think I take this, right? Yeah, because even if they bolt me, 1 extra land drop is 1 extra fountain trigger. And if my opponent has another bolt, this kind of forces them to bolt the scout instead of me. So I'm suspecting Path to Exile here. Yep. I think I'm putting my opponent on 100% Path to Exile. So now that these scouts survived, I get to Steerings first. We can find another amulet. Dope. So now we can multiple Titan. And I'm using the castle there because castle nets me 1 mana, but amulet actually nets me 2. So it's much better for me to do that there. So now I can double Titan, which should effectively kill my opponent very, very easily. Alright. Cast to prime time. Yes. Bounce here. Transmute. That is such a fun thing about Amulet, in my opinion. Like the sequencing of cantrips and like being aware of what your potential draws are and how to maximize them, when you can afford to do some stuff and when you can't. That is definitely one of the things that I enjoy a lot about the deck. I mean, I enjoy everything about the deck anyway, right? But okay, how can I play around Path to Exile? Can I play around Path to Exile? I probably can, right? So I think I can. Yeah, because I can go to combat with both. I can go to combat with both, see what my opponent does. And let's assume that one of the Titans is going to die. If that happens, then I can get Sunhome plus Vesuva. Okay, so then that doesn't work. But if my 2 Titan, like if my opponent paths post, like after I attack with one of the Titans, then I actually get to do some damage there. Okay, so let's see what they do. And I'm bouncing the Garrison because I can replay it with the Scout. Alright, so now we actually win. Because even if they path one of my Titans, I can still get the Vesuva. And so we're gonna do... wow, actually drew both the Cruel Turf and the Sanctuary. That's just some bad beats right there. Okay, so let's reassess. So we're gonna do Sunhome Simic. I flash in Boros Garrison. I have enough mana to activate both. And then I can do Vesuva plus Gemstone Mine. Yeah, because I can force my... Yeah, okay, so we're still fine. So we're gonna do this. This is actually kind of cool. Check it out. So we're gonna put all our triggers on the stack. Then I'm gonna flash in the Boros Garrison. Han with that tier 1 sub. Welcome back. 6 months already. Keep the hard work, friend. Your streams are an awesome part of my... Oh, thank you so much. Really appreciate that, Han. So check this out. So we're gonna activate Boros Garrison twice. I guess that we can bounce the Cruel Turf, whatever. Now we're going to float mana and float mana. So now we're gonna double strike one Titan. Then we're gonna double strike the other one. And we still have one Titan trigger on the stack. So after I do this, my opponent, let's say my opponent passes this Titan, then what we do is we get a Vesuva, copying Stronghold, and we get a Gemstone Mine. And that it's going to allow me to no, I guess I get priority again. Never mind. Okay, so they're gonna get priority again. So I guess that the play that I was waiting for, it's probably not guaranteed to work. So if that's the case, opponent concedes. Okay. All right. Yeah, but if they like, I need to float the mana on my combat phase, if that makes sense, because I need to get both mana from the untapping gemstone mine, so my opponent can just path the Titan that I give +2, so they get around it. So yeah, just the way that things go on the stack and stuff. Oh yeah, Scott. We're always doing Titan things here. Always doing Titan things. Playing against Lunchbox 3. Okay. Okay, I dig this hand. We have a bunch of cantrips. Looking for either a bounce land or an untapped source here. An untapped green source would be nice. Allow me to cast Scout on one, and then it will allow me to cantrip as well. So that would be the ideal. All right, there it is. Scouterino. So is the final say on Oko is bad against? Yeah, it's clearly bad against Burn because we didn't draw it. So why would you want a card in your deck that you're not gonna draw, right? What the hell? All right, so we're playing against Tron again. Let's stare first. Simic Growth. Okay, this game looking significantly better than the previous one. So on 3, we're gonna get to do all the stuff and all the things. We're gonna get to play cast a Titan. We're gonna get to haste it. We're gonna get to destroy my opponent's land and effectively win the game. Jeez. All right. Monosemic Growth. Oops. Now we can do this. Boom. Get him. Boom. Get him. We can double strike, but of course it's not lethal, so no point in doing that. Bounce here and go to combat. Swing. I'm gonna get Ghost Squatter and I guess we can do Gemstone Mine maybe? Oh, Tolaria West. Sure. Because we can transmute this turn. So we can maximize our mana a little bit. Sounds good. Sounds efficient. I like efficiency. And we're gonna do this. Going to play this. Boom, boom. Transmute. Another Summoner's Pact. Draw step. Get him. Yeah, I could get a second block footer, but like my opponent can't win anyway, right? It's kind of like choose your poison kind of deal. Like if you want to do that, that's fine. It doesn't really matter. My opponent literally cannot win. There's no combinations of cards they can have for 3 mana that will prevent them from dying next turn. So we just do this and it's fine. Next turn we can also transmute for Pact of Negation to like very, very much seal the deal. Like, I don't understand why my opponent is using Casinic here, but sure. Dismember, I guess. But Dismember also doesn't matter because I can just pact whatever they play. So Sunhome and another Simic Growth, sure. Yeah, that's 12. All right, dope. Fog. Yeah, Cloud Scrapper. Yeah, the line is definitely doable. It doesn't really matter, as I was saying, but the line is definitely something that you can do. So I haven't seen Karn the Great Creator. Apparently, I should start assuming that my opponent is on Karn the Great Creator. So I guess I'm gonna bring in the Force, but I'm not sure yet. Basically, I don't know whether my opponent is on Karn or not. But I can't remember who it was, but they were saying that it was important to make sure that I don't die to Great Creator. So I'm gonna bring in Force. I don't think I want to bring in Oko. Nah, that's no way I bring in Oko. They couldn't cast the Fog, Riley, because they had only colorless sources open. So not particularly worried about cards that they cannot cast. This actually, no, it's not a fine keep. I think I'm gonna keep it anyway, but it's not great. Like, we really want to see an untapped source on one, because it's gonna allow me to, like, I guess I can still Amulet on 2 plus Scout, which is solid. Alright. Yeah. Yeah, so the line is to play tapped. Tap T-Was here. Then next turn we're gonna play Amulet plus Scout. Following turn we can Azusa plus Transmute and stuff. As much as I the Karn Once Upon a Time list looks so clean. Yeah, I mean that's the big upside, right? Like, that's like the main reason why we're playing it. It's just clean and it's consistent, and I like both of those. Both of those are good qualities for our deck to have. Play Amulet. Play Castle. Play Scout. So by playing Castle here, that means that even if my opponent, thanks to these Gems of Mine, even if my opponent Karn minuses here, I can still like do stuff next turn. They Karn minus on my Amulet or whatever. And if they don't do anything, then if we draw a Titan, we should be looking good. That's a Karn the Great Creator. My opponent just needs to draw Exodia. That's funny. Graph Digger's Cage. Okay. Graph Digger's Cage resolves. Nature's Claim my Amulet. Alright. Play Azusa, and I'm going to attack Karn here. Bounce, replay, Steerings for Amulet. All right, so next turn we should be looking pretty good. So we're going to spend 1 mana to cast Amulet. Then we're going to transmute. Then we're going to play Land, Bounce Simic Growth, Replay. That's going to give us enough mana to cast Titan with the castle. Then we're going to haste the Titan. We're going to attack and get Ghost Quarters, and then we're going to win. So my opponent has this turn to do anything that is remotely relevant. Amada's being basically my opponent. I mean, that's what I assume that it was, or maybe my opponent thinks that this is going to stop Summoner's Pact. This is not the same thing that the first time that this has happened to me. Like I once had I still remember I had a Boggles player bringing Grafdigger's Cage against me post board, and I'm like, this. I'm playing Grafdigger's Cage in my sideboard sometimes, so that is clearly not what you wanna clearly not what you wanna be doing, but. And attacking the Karn last turn, I didn't say, but it seemed pretty obvious. Attacking Karn last turn, of course, it's extremely relevant because it's what's going to prevent them from Lattice locking me. Okay, let's see what happens here. Thought Knot would be annoying, actually, if my opponent has that. Oblivion Stone is fine. We can beat Ostom. Okay, opponent has a 3/3 Oblivion Stone. Maybe my opponent's playing around Finale, who knows? At this point, I don't even know what's true and what isn't anymore, so... Alright, play my Amulet. Play my land. We got Nature's Claim. They do have the Nature's Claim. Okay, so my opponent just had it all. How does this change things? So I only have 3 mana. So I can Rex Sage Geostone and hope that that gets me there. It's not a great line. It's not a great line, but it's probably going to allow me to answer the Karn, and then if my opponent draws basically anything, then maybe I get to do stuff. Yeah, I think we have to pivot at this point. Killer Queen, thank you for the follow. So we can't cast Titan this turn anymore. Is it better to like suicide one of my gals? I can throw one of my gals under the bus. But then my opponent still has a no-stone and still has a Karn. Yeah, I think I need to pact for Sage here. Unfortunately for me. Because now I'm still like... I'm left waiting to draw something, right? Which is not where I want to be against Tron. Not the best feeling. Attack with all creatures, the Great Creator. Also, if I top deck a Titan, of course, I'm gonna time walk myself because of the pact. So this is all sorts of bad, but I just don't think I can really afford to take a turn off and just hope I get lucky. A plus on nothing? Okay. We just lose to Karn for Wormcoil. Well, but they can't because they're gonna the Karn's gonna go down to 2. So if if they go get Wormcoil, they kill their own Karn. But yeah, now it looks like they do have another threat, and if they do have another threat, then I kinda just lose. Oh, Ballista for 4. Okay. Force of Vigor. Alright, so I'm going to ship at the Karn. Okay. So I think I just pass. Yeah, I think I just pass. I don't think that putting this Azusa in play is worth my Gemstone Mine counter. Because this Gemstone Mine is making a potential Turtle West a great draw. What is this? Sylvan Scrying. Okay. I was playing against humans once, a melee mage named Scapeshift. I was like, what the fuck? The guys like those. Yeah, some people sometimes will do weird plays. Right, plus on nothing, pass a turn. Excavator. So this allows me to replay my Tolaria West, which is kind of cool. And we still have Force mana up if my opponent chooses to go for Lattice. So that is nice. They insta go for Lattice. Classic. Oh no, minus here, and I think I want to destroy the land, right? Do I want to destroy the land, or it seems better to destroy their land than their Worm Coil? Yeah, we can win through this Worm Coil. Yeah, we're going to destroy the power plant. Relic is still in their deck, I guess. Sure, we don't want to kill the Karn. I mean, the Karn is not doing much without the... And kind of like the Karn is allowing me to not need to attack, which is actually great, right? Bounce this, transmute, Summoner's Pact, play Azusa, replay T-West, hashtag value. Oh, they just naturally drew the power plant from the relic. That's hilarious. That is hilarious. But yeah, if you notice, like the fact that the Karn is in play, that means that my opponent is not attacking with Wormcoil because they want to protect their Karn, I guess. So that's good for me because it gives me more and more time. And this Karn is going to take 2 turns before it's relevant again. Any thoughts on the new format? Yeah, so Redux, apparently they're going to create a new format that is called... I can't remember what, but there's a new format. Let me think this through a little bit. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I can haste the Titan, which seems pretty good. So let's do that. It's gonna chump attack into a Wormcoil, but we should be fine. Yeah, so there's gonna be a new format that is going to be called Pioneer. Pioneer, that's hilarious. My opponent does this in response for no apparent reason. Okay. I'm perplexed. Absolutely perplexed. So, we're gonna do. I guess we can do turf go squatter, or we can do haste, or we can do go squatter, go nuts. Which one do we like better? I kind of like going nuts with go squatter. Yep, we're gonna do that. Let me tell you about go squatter opponent. Sure, a blue source is nice too. Yeah, from basically from Return to Ravnica until the newest sets, but with no Modern Horizons not included, and the fetch lands are banned. That is basically the format. They minus the Great Creator, cash it in. For what? For an Ensnaring Bridge? Do we care about this? I used my Sage. Okay, so I think I do care about this. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So we have way more than enough mana to pay. Yeah, fetches are banned in this new format, which is kind of nice. So everybody can't just play like Jeskai whatever and just play like Jeskai splash 5 colors and get away with it. So we're gonna pay like this. Then we're gonna pay like this. Sure. What squad are you? Yep, that's what I thought. 3 and 1. We haven't gotten to cast Oko a single time so far. Bad beats. Oh, I never actually updated the. Whoops, I never updated the Cardboard Live extension. Twitch extension. So, gotta go into extensions. Extensions. This hand is not stellar. Yeah, I think I'm gonna move this. Much better. And we're gonna ship this. Hopefully we're not playing against Burn. Cavern of Souls. This is the mirror? Humans? It's been a minute since I played against humans. That's actually not bad. It's basically a radiant fountain because now I don't need to what's going on? Because I don't need to pay 2 life. My extensions, Cardboard Live, and configure, edit deck. Okay, nice. So we're gonna clear this deck, stream Magic Online. And then we're going to update with Amulet, Modern Amulet Oko. All right, let me know if the extension is working out. Uncon94, thank you so much for that Twitch Prime subscription. Welcome to the Primetime Stronghold for the second month in a row. Thank you so much for the support. Pool will allow you to transmit for Asus under 2, but we're playing against humans. It's very likely that I will be transmuting for engineered explosives to kill a melee mage. And right now I don't need to transmute for Asus on 2. That's a Thalia. So I'm not trying to speed up the process just yet. Also, if I transmute that, then the card is going to be stranded in my hand, and I can get got by Freebooter, which right now I'm actually blanking. Unless I find another amulet here, because if I do find another amulet, I think I'm going to pick it up. It's not great. That certainly counts like as a whiff. This Thalia is making matters a little bit awkward. But we should be able to tighten not next turn, but the following turn. So at least that part is nice. Let's see if we have that much time. If we top deck exactly Asusa, then we're actually going to be in a great spot. They have the melee mage. Never mind. I still wouldn't top deck an Asusa here, though. Actually, I'd probably rather top deck an explosives, I think. Yeah, I'd rather top deck an explosives. Yeah, there's no Titans to be played in this new format, so I don't think I will be playing much of it. Amulet of Vigor. Okay. Not playing around anything really here. Just gonna do that. We're gonna play another amulet. And next turn we can transmute for explosives, but I think that we won't have enough time because this champion is gonna kill me. Crew Lance, and yeah, the Carry Lance also same thing. Tolaria West, like the entire engine of the deck is just not. It's pre-return to Ravnica, so we can't really play. You can still skip shit field. Yeah, you can. So we're going down to 2 here, and I think there's nothing that can save us. Oh, you're too late, girl. Too late, girl. So we Asusa. We transmute for explosives. We wait. Do we have enough mana for this? So this is 6 mana, 1 land drop, plus 8, 3. No, we don't. I don't think. So 3 to transmute. 4. We actually do have enough mana. Well, that's insane. Sweet. Alright, no dismember. Pretty please. Alright, no dismember. Sweet. Oh, we have to pay one more. Oh no, because we can do it before. Okay, sweet. Well, we might actually get there. Do we? 1, 2. Yeah, we actually have exactly enough mana. 1, 2. How insane is this? Blow up your dudes. Castle coming in clutch. One more time. This is crazy. Getcha. um. How about that line though, huh? How did we how did we like that line? Was that was that a good line? Was that a good line? We are still dead to Mantis Rider though. And I don't think there's any way we can get around that. I can force a jump. Kalni would be actually insane if it were in our deck. So my options are force a chump block, then we die to Reflector Mage effectively. So I feel like I want to find the Tolaria West. We can get Radiant Fountain, but Radiant Fountain doesn't get us out of Mantis Rider range because of the Noble Hierarch Exalted. What other options? We can get field active. Yeah, okay, so we're gonna do Tolaria West plus Radiant Fountain. Wait, what? Wow. I guess that my line was just too much for my opponent to bear. I'll take it, because they were not dead there. I will definitely take it. They were far from dead, but sure. No, Azusa can't swing because they needed to chump block. Yeah, they were not dead. They could just chump block. Yeah, that was a very early concession. My opponent wasn't dead. Ghost Quarter comes out. Shave Pacts. We can shave one once upon a time. And do I want Oko in this matchup? I don't think I do, right? Like my opponent doesn't really like making opponents things 3/3s doesn't really help me much. It makes Damn Sphere worse, but like Damn Sphere, it's just not great anyway. It's the Thalia deck. I usually like shaving on some cantrips. Also, maybe I want Oko on the play and I don't want it on the draw. But yeah, with the fact that we are not playing Hornet Queen anymore, then I think that bringing in one Baloth, even though it doesn't feel great, I do feel like bringing in one Baloth is kind of necessary. And this hand is great. Love it. Yeah, it turns off Meddling Mage, but on the draw it feels pretty rough. Like we already have Explosives, we have Dismember as answers to Meddling Mage. Okay, so let's start there. See what happens. Radiant Fountain is interesting. Yeah, no, Tulare West is better. It's an answer to a melee mage, so we definitely want to have access to those. Yeah, I don't care. Like, this list doesn't care about Damping Sphere as much as previous lists, because we rely on bounce lands much less. All right, that's Italia. Look at that, you got yourself Italia. Ain't that exciting? And here I am playing it like this because it allows me to cast an Azusa next turn through a Damping Sphere. So basically what the last game helps show is that you never, ever, ever underestimate the power of Azusa plus double amulet. Opponent with the tight place. Look at how many counters they have going on there. Let's yield to all. So many triggers. So I think we take it now and we chump next turn. I'm gonna put a field into play. Okay. Play a Susa. Bounce. Replay. Bounce. So we can't play this member because of Thalia. So we're basically chumping here, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We do have Titan mana. We can transmute, but we're 1 mana short. If we transmute. Yeah, things looking very rough. My opponent's hand was very, very good. With a thumb turning 12 mana on turn 5 was great. Yeah, it was. But I mean, if my opponent's deck had 12 mana on turn 5. Scaler, Zcaler, thank you so much for that Twitch Prime sub. Welcome to the Primetime Stronghold. Enjoy your emotes. And hope you're enjoying the stream. So we're going down to 1? Brutal. Oh, we're not going down to 1. We're dying. Yep, dying. Alright. My opponent's hand was just busted, so... And this is what I'm saying against Oko, right? Like, imagine if I had Oko in my hand that game instead of, like, an Azusa or something. We would have been even further behind. So that's why I'm not sure I like this guy. Maybe I just bring in 1. But I think I like all my other cards better. So maybe over Once Upon a Time? Yeah, let's do it for science. Yeah, but I mean, you gain time, but that is only if the Oko is relevant, right? Like, if I have 3 mana to cast the Oko, if I have 2 mana to start cracking food, because otherwise my opponent just ignores it and they just kill me. So it doesn't necessarily buy time, and it's a 3/4 mana card. Like, if I want to buy time, like, I would much rather have another Baloth than I would have Oko. Like, Baloth actually buys more time than the Oko does. No. I mean, the problem is that I don't think that they care. That is the problem with Oko in this matchup. Like if I had had an Oko in that game, my opponent just wouldn't have cared. First of all, I would have not been able to cast it, so it would have been a dead card in my hand. And second of all, my opponent just like ignores it and they just go face and they kill me, right? So on the draw, like you just saw, like my opponent's draw on the play, right? So now that we are on the play, maybe we can leverage this guy a little bit better. Like if we manage to play an Oko on 2 or something, it might be quite powerful. But I think it's probably right to side out all the ones I point against Thalia. It's one thing that I was considering, honestly. But I'm already shaving on pacts, and like I don't know what I would rather have. Like the card seems very bad against Thalia, granted. But like what would I rather have, like another Baloth instead? I'm not sure. I'd rather have another Baloth over this. There's only 2 as well. So, and I feel like I'd rather have Steerings than Once Upons. Sure. His hand is kinda weird. But it's fine. They can't really play Thalia before we cast Once Upon a Time. I mean, no, for the free one. But having a 3-mana cantrip is not something that I'm excited about, and I think that's what Grave Tone is talking about. I don't think that they're talking about the 0 part of it. They're talking about the, let's say that you top deck this card, and instead of being like an actual card, now you have an uncastable. You know, I think that is what Ringtone was talking about. I know you answer this a lot, but memory is garbage. After I link my Twitch and Discord, how do I access CyberGuard? You should just see the sub only channels at the very top of my Discord, and you're gonna see one that says sub only channel, like sub only like chat, the discussion or something, and then another one that says CyberGuide, and that's where you will find the CyberGuide. Okay, so I think we're gonna find the basic forest here, and I'm gonna lead on Sloth, and we're gonna play the Tolari West. Seems better than Baloth. Like Baloth is not gonna win the game, right? Cavern on Beasts casts Baloth. Yeah, but we're short on lands, right? We have interaction, and we have like ways to buy time. What we're lacking on is like actual lands. So I think that getting the forest there it's better. Do I dismember this and just play an Explosives on 2? I think I do, right? The preemptive Explosives and the Dismember. So whatever they're playing on 2, we're gonna answer it. They can't get ahead with anything, really. Beast blocks Freebooter. That's kind of hype. Okay, so I'm gonna play the Gemstone. It shows them that I drew a Gemstone, but this is great. Like Castle's gonna be so much gas here. So I'm gonna let this Freebooter go. Wow, this is just insane. Yeah, you got a Hierarch. Attack? Attack, you say? I'll block. Reach, bro. Reach. Poggers. Poggers. So we crack this, and now we have a guaranteed Titan. Name Giant here. Pact. Primeval Titan. Castle it up. Hype. So we have Tulare West already, so we probably get Field going, right? Field Semi-Growth Chamber. And I guess we bounce the Growth Chamber. We are going to need to pay for Pact here. So I guess we're going to bounce the T-West. We can't play this right now. It's just transmute. This was a solid turn of events for us. Explosives on 2 is kind of dangerous. I mean, you just saw how that played out, right? Like 2 is the key number because of Meddling Mage, Freebooter, and Thalia. So playing it preemptively on 3 is good, especially when I know that my opponent is not going to be able to Knight of Autumn it on turn 2 because I killed the Noble Hierarch. I mean, you can just see how we were ahead of my opponent literally every single turn. Even if they Dam Sphere here, we can easily pay for it, for Pact. Unless they have like Magus of the Moon or something, we're gonna be fine. Deputy of the Tension, sure. So now they're gonna answer my Titan. And if I ever draw this member, I literally just win the game on the spot. Finish 5th at SCG Columbus. You have been so helpful. Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome, Snapcaster Mage. Was it the regionals? So if I spend next turn to transmute, then I still cannot explosives for 3. So I can transmute for another Pact, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so we're fine. We can transmute for another Titan. So we're gonna play this tapped right now. It sucks to see it shows my opponent info, and it also it shows my opponent info, and it also doesn't trigger the field, but this guarantees that I have Titan mana next turn. And at this point, I feel like if I don't die, I'm gonna very easily win. So, Melee Mage, that one is actually kind of annoying. So now we're gonna need to transmute for explosives, which sucks. No, because I can't cast Summoner's Pact, right? And the way that I use my mana... Wait, what? They have perfect info. Are they gonna make the same mistake again? Like, I literally just used the castle to cast the Titan. Why would my opponent not name Primeval Titan there? That was a big punt on their side. Big punt. This big. This big of a punt. Tulare West and Garrison, maybe? Make some Sumbos. So we're gonna attack. Because it's free. Yeah, Beers, but what if my opponent had Let's say that they had the freebooter. There was a turn where my opponent would have taken the explosives instead of the pact, and there was a turn when my opponent did not use 2 mana because there was an explosive in play. If my opponent had played a meddling mage there, I lose the game. So yes, the game plays very, very differently if I don't play the explosives on 2. And reset gems to mine, sure. So yeah, so it was 100% correct to do what I did. Should have gotten a forest. I mean, if my opponent has second deputy into phantasmal image, I lose, right? Or I'm in a much worse spot. So I really don't think that my opponent's 5-color mana base can support Magus of the Moon. And if they do, especially when they can't tutor for it, so it's more understandable from like Code of Calling or Finale decks. But I'm not going to play around Magus of the Moon for my opponent's 5-color deck. Then you just hold Dismember. But if I hold the Dismember, then I'm not using my mana efficiently. Alright, so they get the Sumbos. Do they have another answer to my Titan? And even if they do, the zombie parade continues, right? This is only a temporary answer to the zombies. So I think this one should be in the bag. And now the way they tapped, they can't even cast the Magus, so... Not that I was worried about the Magus set in the first place, but now it's even less likely that they could have it. They were already at 0% to have it, and now that they can't cast it, they're at -% to have it. So my opponent is attempting to dismember my Titan. So I will just block with the Gracer there. I can certainly afford to take one. The Amulet Live has been a great Hex Mage. It's a Damping Sphere, but we can still pay for Pact. Okay. I have T-West already, so we can get another one of these. Gemstone, it's kind of, oh, we have a gemstone in hide, never mind. Nah, but we actually do kind of need a gemstone in order to get Sunhome going. So I guess I'm gonna do Sunhome gemstone mine here. This means that next turn the Titan attacks freely. Oh, I'm dumb. I should have actually just played the forest and Rex Sage the Damping Sphere. What am I even thinking here? I'm so far ahead, I totally blanked on the fact that we're still good. Whoops. So here comes a Dismember. That's fine, the Titan did its job. I knew I was champ attacking, that's why what I was playing around on the previous turn, so that doesn't really matter that much. We sage here. One important thing of note is the fact that we are out of Summoner's Pacts. And we can't cast explosives. My opponent needs another deputy. Yeah, no, I totally, honestly, I was trying to play around the Damping Sphere, and then I totally blanked on the fact that I had the Sage in hand, so I didn't need to play around the Damping Sphere, I could just play it. Okay, what's this now? Mantis Rider. So now I swing with the zombies. My opponent cannot realistically block because I have Sun Home. So this is... Oh, we can swing with everything actually and double strike, whatever. Yeah, so we should be covered against most things just with our board state. My opponent is forced to chomp, and I can just... whatever the deputy blocks. Yeah, no, that's what Meddling Mage is naming here. So we can't do that, unfortunately. You should have kept Sphere and play for the return. Maybe. Maybe that was like the next level play, you know? Well, my opponent has no cards in hand. Yeah, this one is... it's probably in the bag. So here we're gonna see some forced blocks. The Meddling Mage cannot block, basically. The Thalia is fine, the Thalia doesn't matter. But this is still lethal, my opponent needs to throw more stuff under the bus. Transmuting for Tsuba to copy field is what I'm probably gonna do if I don't manage to find a better line. Okay, so my opponent is at 10 and we have lethal, so good. 10, yeah. 4 and 1, classic. Feel too strong, mother ban win. It's fine. That was a fine first league. Oko did not really come up whatsoever, but it was still a fine first league. We're gonna run a second one. I'm gonna have a short commercial break so I can go to the bathroom and stuff like that. But I will be back in 2 minutes. Yeah? So don't go anywhere because more Amulet Oko action coming down in a second.